Hare Krishna. Question from Avatar Leela Prabhu. You mentioned in the Gita Daily article that sometimes we are not able to follow a principle. It is not because of lack of willpower, but it is because of an emotional distance from that principle, from that tenet. Now, what does that mean? I had always thought that we are not able to follow something because of lack of willpower. Answer: yes, willpower is definitely a factor, but along with that, there are other factors also to be considered. Firstly, when we talk about willpower, it means that there is some opposition and then there is some determination to overcome that opposition. Now, what is the source of that determination? That is the question. So, that means that why are we having a particular determination to do a particular thing? Is it because of any specific reason? That means just because I want to show that I can do this. So is it because of a desire for trying to prove one's own greatness, or is there some other reason for doing that? So when we practicing spiritual life, we want to resist temptations and follow principles, not because we want to show how self-controlled we are. We want to follow principles because we want to be absorbed in the service of Krishna. And for being absorbed in the service of Krishna, the the temptations which act as distractions, they are obstacles which need to be put aside. So when I talked about emotional distance from a tenet being the cause of some difficulty in following principles, what I meant is we may not have emotionally connected with Krishna, emotionally connected with our spiritual guides, emotionally connected with the principles of pure devotional service. The more we realize how much Krishna loves us, and the more we realize the reality of spiritual happiness awaiting us, the purity and the glory of spiritual love, the more we will be able to resist the temptations that otherwise beset us in this world. So, the important thing is to recognize, to connect emotionally with Krishna. Param drishtva nivartate, when Krishna says in 2.16 in the Bhagavad Gita, he is not talking just about willpower. In 2.59, he has already talked about willpower when he says, Yatato api kaunteya purushasya vipaschitaha. Indriyani pramathini haranti prasabham manaha. He is there talking about willpower, yatato, they are endeavoring. And he's also talking about, we could say, intellectual power. Whereas is vipaschitaha, people have discernment. And then, beyond that, Krishna says, still, such a person will fall away. Then that's 2.60 and 2.61. Then he states that Vishaya that Param Drishtva Nivartate. And then what is that Param Drishtva Nivartate? That's Krishna points to that in 2.59. 2.60 he says what happens when the Param Drishtva is not there. And 2.61 he states how the Param Drishtva will come. And there he says that Tani Sarvani Sanyamya Yukta Sita Matparaha Vashe Hiyasya Indriyani Tasya Pragya Pratishtita. So Tani Sarvani Sanyamya, bringing all the senses under control, and Yukta Sita Matparaha, fixing the consciousness on me. It is by fixing the consciousness on Krishna that we will be able to attain him, that we will be able to go closer to him and attain him. So the important point here is that we have to consider that we need to not just think that I have to boost my willpower, but we have to also connect with Krishna. We have to develop a higher taste by connecting with Krishna. We have to develop an emotional connection with Krishna. What in Gaudiya Vaishnava theology it is called as Uddipan. Spiritual stimulus that triggers higher emotions within us. And that will enable us to move onwards towards Krishna steadily and to eventually attain him. So we need to work not just on improving our willpower, but also on connecting with Krishna at an emotional level. So those higher spiritual emotions will enable us to overcome the lower sensual emotions that are dragging us towards temptations. Thank you. Hare Krishna.